Hi there YouTube, XtremeTrainz here. As you can see, this is the next in the Light Up Thomas mini series I'm doing, and this is the Percy and Ben 2-pack. And we've got it sitting right in front of here. Let's crack them open and see how cool they really are. Let's do it. So packaging is the same as on Thomas, obviously, except you have the two other engines in there. Same get up on the front. Same get up on the back. You can see the other engines available in the series. I have now confirmed there is a James and Emily set, and there's a Rosie and Charlie set, which is floating around, although I have not seen them anywhere yet. So there are more out there, but it only shows these two, which I assume are the first wave of these light up ones. So I'm going to crack them out of the packaging and we can take a look. So here they are out of their packaging. Let's take a look first at Percy. Now Percy is done with the black chassis underneath. He's got the kind of darker green wheels. He's got the red, the dark red running board, and then the darker green body, which I think looks really, really nice. Again, it looks like Percy colors transparent. It doesn't look like a weird, you know, hybrid-y themed thing. It does look like they've just got his normal colors and transferred them over to transparency. That's really good. And he's got just a normal face, and you can see the printing on this again is the same as what you get from normal Percy, apart from obviously that cutout bit on the top. All the striping is there, the printing on the front there, yep, all there, really good. Now you can see here, again, I don't have a Percy to compare to, but you can see that he's gotten a lot fatter, and again, I've confirmed by looking at photos. Percy has gotten a lot fatter and particularly rounder. He comes out and he doesn't cut back in. The other Percy kind of comes down sooner, and he's, again, the same with Thomas. They've expanded the body right out to the edge of the running board in order to fit the batteries inside. So this is a bigger, larger Percy than the other one, different mold than the normal Percy. So that's what he looks like. I'm going to switch off the light. We can see what his lighting effect actually does. So it looks a little bit blue on camera, but I promise his light is actually quite green. It's got the same positioning as Thomas and Stephen. It's on the, when you're going this direction, it's on the left side. And again, it's got the same kind of flashing pattern. I actually think Percy lights up quite well though, from a lot of different angles. You really get the whole cab and a little bit of the boiler kind of really getting into it, which is good. I'm glad that a little bit more of him, so you get right across the top of the boiler, and you go like this, you can see it all kind of lights up, which is fun, and that's good to see. So his light up feature, I think, whoops, works quite well. Let's take a look at Ben. Magic light comes back on. So, Ben, you got the same. You got all that, you know, quintessential minis printing on the side here. You know, all the pistons and stuff that they weirdly print on his side. Again, he's got the dark red wheels, the dark red running board, and the translucent yellow, which I think, if we pull Stephen in, is the same. It's the same color plastic as Stephen. If that means anything to anyone, that is the same color that's used there. Which I think is really nice. As you can see, he's got pretty much all the same printing that he normally does. Obviously, there's a cutout there for the button. And again, he's also gotten very wide. I think his is particularly noticeable because he's got no smoke box. His face is just stuck right on. Yes, he's, again, been expanded all the way out. New mold for this top part in order to fit the battery in there. So he's a bit of a bigger engine than his original one. So again, let's switch off the lights. And here we go. What do we think about this one? I think it's better than Stephen. It's definitely better than Stephen, actually, because look, he kind of lights up actually right across the face, which is nice. But still, I think because he has so much printing on his sides, particularly the sides of his cab and also his roof, it does struggle a bit to light up the whole kind of area. Yeah, so it's definitely trying, but again, I think the design, yeah, it's not quite what you maybe want it to be. So yes, that light up system is interesting, but I don't think it worked quite as well on any of them. I think Thomas is still the best in terms of the light ups. So again, I paid the same price for these, $12.21 from Amazon. And again, I think the same thing applies. If you can get these on sale, maybe for $10, $8, I think they're pretty cool. They're nifty, they're a cute mini, and I think these are the kind of minis which people actually want. They're like kind of like the light up take and plays, rather than some of the really wacky minis that they've got coming next year. The interesting part about this set, as maybe some of you have realised, maybe some of you haven't, is it originally was meant to have Stanley in this series, which he is now not in this series at all. There is no Stanley in any of the packs, but I'm going to bring my computer in so I can show it to you. As you can see, even on the Amazon listing, right here, we come in and have a look. Look, it's got more expensive since I ordered it. I think I got some Black Friday specials. You can see Stanley is in the stock photography, but then Percy and Ben is what's written on the description. So if we click over, and I'm going to click on this link, just to show you. So that's the photo that's on the first landing page, but if we click through, we see that Stanley again lighting up, yep. But then suddenly Ben appears, but then Stanley's back. So this is really odd. I haven't noticed any reviews. There's only 2 reviews, and neither of them mention this weird kind of thing. I actually did think I was getting the Stanley and didn't realize until it popped out of the thing, and I was like, oh. As you can see, look, I'll show you if we go to my orders. You can see, again, even in the order screen, Stanley's pictured there, which is very, very interesting indeed. So that's the interesting part about that. As you can see, it's listed here on the wiki that it was meant to be Stanley. So I wonder if they will release Stanley later on. It is weird that they went to the effort of obviously making some kind of design choices for it and haven't actually made him. Because that's obviously a lot of R&D that goes into making these things. It seems weird to change it out. I also think Stanley makes more sense because when you make Ben, you have to make Bill. Whereas if you just make Stanley, then it makes a lot of sense. So that's weird. But let me know your thoughts on that one. Would you prefer a Stanley? Would you like a Stanley? I personally would prefer a Stanley. Or I have to get Bill and Ben now. But that's just maybe because I'm a completionist. Alright. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Do all those cool things you do on YouTube. Let me know your thoughts. That's all I've got time for. This is XtremeTrainz.